Hey Internet, Eric here again. Time for another You Hate It, I Don't video. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. You Hate It, I Don't is a series, this will be my third one, so it's a group of videos that I do where I feel like I'm in the minority in liking a film because the majority of the fans or the majority of critics pretty much shit on the movie, and I feel like I am the only one, that enjoys it. Hence the title, You Hate It, I Don't. Pretty clever, huh? It's Halloween season. Halloween's a few days away from the day that I'm recording this, and I decided, you know what, and I also said in my previous video that I'm going to do a film from the Halloween film series, the horror franchise. And the first thing that popped to my mind was this film I'm getting ready to talk about, and that is Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. And we will get the elephant out of the room right away. Yes, this is the one without Michael Myers. But that doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter. This came out in '82. It stars Tom Atkins. It stars Stacey Nelkin. Fuck if I know. And Dan O'Harely. And a bunch of other fucking people. I think Jamie Lee Curtis has a voice cameo. Yeah. And it's directed by Tommy Lee Wallace. And the only thing of anything that I saw that Tommy Lee Wallace has done was he also directed the made-for-TV miniseries, the adaptation of Stephen King's It. Alright. We'll get a brief plot summary out of the way, and then we'll hear my views on it. Halloween 3, Season of the Witch came out in '82. Starts off, we have this mysterious man on the run, and he's clutching this Halloween mask. And he's on the run from this man in a suit. Literally, it's just generic black suit. He looks like a man, one of the men in black. And he's on the run from them. Escapes him, and he ends up at a gas station. The gas station attendant calls the hospital, and the old man is taken to the hospital. And his doctor is Tom Atkins. Okay, later on that night, the man, he's now a hospital patient, is murdered in his hospital bed by another man in black. That's what I'm just going to call him. Following day, this man's daughter shows up, and she is played by Stacey Nelkin. And I can't think of her character's name at all. And so I'm basically just going to call her Stacey. I'm going to call Tom Atkins' character Tom Atkins, and we'll go on from there. She's there, and she's asking Tom all these questions about her father's death. And they eventually get together, and it's basically them trying to solve the murder of her father. It takes them to a town that is basically all of the money comes into the town through this factory called the Silver Shamrock. And that is headed out by a man named Conal Cochran, who is played by Dan O'Harely. But since I remember, Dan O'Harely's character, I'm going to call him Conal Cochran. So, just bear with me. And Dan O'Harely he's even credited, he's the old man from the RoboCop films. And Conal Cochran, basically, we realize he's kind of got like this vice grip and control on this town. Like there is either 6 o'clock or an 8 o'clock curfew. There's, surveillance cameras all over town. So yeah, he's in charge. Eventually, you find out, like, there's going to be some minor spoilers, not too much. Tom Atkins and, what the fuck is her name? Stacey Nelkin. They're in a motel. They have sex, they become a couple with no chemistry, like most horror films. In the motel room next to them, there is a lady that they have met, and she has she dies in an extreme way, and it's due to, I'll just say it's due to something because of Conal Cochran. The medics show up, they take the body away, and what happens is, Tom Atkins hears Conal Cochran say that it was a misfire. So he knows Conal Cochran's involved with her death. And the rest of the movie is them investigating, like I said, the death of Stacey Nelkin's father. They want to know who Conal Cochran really is. And they find out in the simplest way possible, because this is very, very weird, that eventually, through the Halloween masks that the Silver Shamrock is making for the children of the town, and eventually the world, because this place is going worldwide, is he's going to cause the death of all the children in the world, and it's up to Tom and Stacey to stop him. And that's as simple as I can get, because there's a lot to it. You would think there wouldn't be so much to it for a Halloween film, but yeah. Alright. First off, the pluses of this film. And, well, first off, I'll just fucking talk about the whole no Michael Myers thing. Here's the deal. Just because it doesn't have Michael Myers doesn't mean it's a piece of shit. Okay? I don't know if it was Mustafa Akkad, who is like the executive producer of the films, or if it was John Carpenter, or whoever it was. They decided to kill Michael Myers off at the end of part 2. And what they were planning on doing was eventually they were going to have a series of Halloween films, and they wanted it to be an anthology series. They wanted, they would have Halloween 3, Halloween 4, and what they wanted to do was a different story each time. So they had Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. And the fans shit on it because they wanted more Michael Myers. Okay. And then that caused, Michael Myers to come back in Halloween 4, Return of Michael Myers. But the thing is, though, you don't need Michael Myers to enjoy this movie. I mean, granted, it'll throw people off, if they don't know that basic backstory of it. Because it's Halloween 3, so they're expecting Michael Myers. But, so that's the deal with no Michael. First off, Tom Atkins is great. Tom Atkins I've seen before in Night of the Creeps. He's in John Carpenter's The Fog. He's really good. He's done a lot in the horror genre. He's great. He's I wouldn't say he's the best actor, but he's pretty damn good here. I mean, I love his little. He's like a struggling alcoholic, and he's recently divorced. I love the banter between him and his ex-wife. I love, the smart-assness of him. I love how he is determined by the second half of the movie to stop Conal Cochran. Very well done. Dan O'Harely as Conal Cochran. Scary, scary dude, but he's not in your face scary. He's very monotone, very proper, in the way he's saying. He's very stand up straight and not a lot of movement. But he's very, very scary. He's very intimidating. And fantastic performance, plain and simple. Another thing is the gore in this movie isn't so much as, you would think from a Halloween film. There are spoilers, so be prepared for this part. A lot of these characters, the villains, are robots, okay? And so when they are destroyed, sure, they bleed from the mouth, but it's like a yellowish-orange fluid, so it's not blood, so it's not that gory. But there is some scenes where, and a lot of the kills, some of the kills are off screen. There you go. But when you do see them, they're very good. The scene where Stacey Nelkin, when her father is murdered in the hospital, he's laying in his bed, and literally one of these fucking men in black guys, they come in, and he's stabbed through the eyes. And then you see the man dig into his eye sockets, and he literally, snaps his, I don't know if he just snaps his nose and his brain cavity or something like that. But the sound effect of the crunch, it gets you. What's really neat is this movie came out in '82, and I'm not big in my knowledge of pre-'85 horror films, and the focus on wanting to kill children, at least to my knowledge at this time period, it wasn't really heard of. So that's really disturbing right then and there. And there is a scene where a child dies here with the Halloween mask. Like I said, minor spoilers, so fast forward or don't listen or don't look. This scene here. When that child puts on the Halloween mask and the Halloween mask does its job and kills him, it's very graphic but hidden because he's under the mask. And this I won't spoil, but what happens is very, very disturbing and disgusting at the same time. And then there's the scene where the neighbor at the motel, she is killed. The makeup effects and the gore on that is very subtle but disgusting. Let's see, what else can I... problems with this film? Not too much. I don't think... The only problem I really have is Stacey Nelkin really doesn't give that great of a performance. And her and Tom Atkins become a couple, obviously, because it's a 1982 horror movie. And they have absolutely no chemistry. Their chemistry fucking sucks. It's so bad. There's not much I can't say that I don't... There's not much that I don't enjoy about this movie. I love the opening sequence, where it's a digital pumpkin being created on this real shitty 1982 computer, but it's done to a nice, cool electronic techno theme. Because, and to my knowledge, the Carpenter theme of Halloween is not in this film. And it's fine, because it separates this no Michael Myers movie from the previous two, and it also separates it from all the few good films, but mainly garbage that follow it. And my favorite part of this movie is the end. Okay? I'm not going to spoil it, but Tom Atkins has defeated Conal Cochran, okay? In a anticlimactic battle. It's kind of disappointing. But what I like is Conal Cochran, when he knows he's defeated, he looks right at Tom Atkins and he just applauds. Like, good for you, buddy. But after that, Tom Atkins has to... This is minor spoilers, up to major spoilers. So, don't pay attention for like the next, I don't know, minute and a half or whatever. Tom Atkins has to get the TV stations to stop playing a jingle, a commercial promoting the Silver Shamrock with that annoying song. You've heard it before. If not, I'm not going to fucking sing it, but just Google Halloween 3 Happy Happy Halloween. You'll know what I'm talking about, because that song plays like 500 fucking times in this video. But anyways, the video comes up at the end, and Tom Atkins is on the phone, and he's yelling at the cable company and the broadcast company, and he's yelling and screaming, saying you have to get this off the television set. And different stations are going in and out. But the movie ends on a cliffhanger. Is he successful? Is he not? The tension in that scene is so good. Alright, so hopefully, if you're now rejoining me, that wasn't spoiled. And if like I said, it ends on a cliffhanger, so you don't really know what happens. But if I kind of spoiled that in for you, I'm sorry, but I warned you. If I'm praising this movie, I have to say what I enjoy, and that is one of the scenes that I really, really enjoy. That's probably the best scene in the whole fucking movie. And Tom Atkins' performance, his fear in that scene is fantastic and believable. So, yeah, fucking great. So, yeah, it's a very good whodunit, I guess. Well, not really a whodunit, because it's not a mystery, because pretty much that Conal Cochran is behind all this. But it's a really good horror mystery film, wondering what the deal is. And it does get a little confusing when Cochran is explaining what the deal is, because in the end it involves, witchcraft and warlocks and Stonehenge and Sam Hain and the murder of children and stuff like that. Can be kind of a little confusing to some people, so I can understand why it gets a lot of shit for that. But overall, I really don't see why people shit on it. If people shit on this movie just because it doesn't have Michael Myers, you're fucking stupid, okay? Because if you think about it, think about the Halloween series in general. You can hate on Halloween 3 all you want because it doesn't have Michael Myers. how many shitty movies are in this film series that do have Michael Myers? You got Halloween 5, which is probably the worst film of the series, or it's also tied with Halloween Resurrection. You have Halloween 5, which is so god-awful. The only reason I ever watch that piece of shit is when my wife gets in the mood to do a Halloween marathon and we have to watch Halloween 5, because either I'm not sure if she wants to watch it or if it's just my fucking OCD that if it's part of a series, I have to fucking watch it. That movie's a piece of shit. I hate that movie so much, but it's got Michael Myers, so it's got to be better than Halloween 3, right? Wrong. We have Halloween Resurrection, which has Michael Myers in it, but it also has fucking Busta Rhymes. Busta Rhymes. It has Busta Rhymes talking shit to Michael Myers, getting away with it, and in the end, he's fucking beating the shit out of Michael Myers, doing fucking karate or kung fu while doing these fake Bruce Lee noises. But Halloween 3 sucks because it doesn't have Michael Myers. No. And I'll stand by that. You're wrong, Internet. You're wrong. So, yeah. In closing, definitely give Halloween 3 a shot. I'm going to give a shout out to my buddy Kyle. Kyle is a guy I met on Facebook, and he is probably the only one other than me that enjoys Halloween 3. So, thank you, Kyle, for being on my side, for being one of 2 people, including me, that really, really enjoy this movie for what it is. And what it is a very, very engaging, fun horror film from the 80s. There's not much else that I can say that I like or dislike about this movie. The masks, the way the masks look, like there's 3 different types of Halloween masks. One is a pumpkin, one is a witch, and one is a skeleton. And the detail in those masks are so good. They're so engaging. The detail, the way they look when they're put on the kids, or Tom Atkins sadly does get, well, not sadly because he doesn't fucking die when he wears the mask, but he gets a mask put on him as well while he's trying to escape Conal Cochran. And it looks really fucking cool, man. I really wish I had these masks. So yeah, good performances. Creepy death scenes involving children. Fantastic ending. Oh, God. But, yeah, like I said, the chemistry between Atkins and Stacey Nelkin is crap. That jingle gets a fucking annoying so much. And no Michael Myers. Fuck that. So, yeah, Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. Give it a shot. Go into it with an open mind. Think of it this way. Just take out Halloween 3, okay? Take out Halloween 3 and just think of it as Season of the Witch, okay? Because honestly, if this was just called Season of the Witch, I really think it would have a better reputation than it gets, okay? But since it's thrown into the actual film series, that's where it gets a lot of the hate. So, yeah, give it a shot. Hope you enjoy my video. If you don't, tell an enemy. Maybe he might enjoy my video. Or if he doesn't, at least maybe he was tortured for a good maybe 20 minutes. Please like and subscribe. I enjoy doing these films. I enjoy interacting with, I enjoy doing these films. These are fucking YouTube videos. Anyway, I enjoy interacting with people here on YouTube. So please feel free to leave me a comment. Please, like I said, like and subscribe, yada yada yada. Check out my past videos, I have 2 other videos in my You Hate It I Don't group. I talk about Demolition Man, with Sylvester Stallone. I talk about Jason Goes to Hell, The Final Friday. And check out, I do movie reviews. I've done, I recently did The Green Inferno. I've done Princess Bride. I've done Pet Sematary. Just give them a shot. Tell me what you think, and hopefully you like what you see. So, in closing, I'm going to say cheers, and fuck Halloween 5.